Fat Power FM, Brother Intellect 9 here with my good brother, big brother Sadi, man, coming out from Boston, you know what I'm saying, and my man Melodic, you know what I'm saying, two independent recording artists. I had the wonderful opportunity to meet you brothers, man, and I just want to chop it up with you right quick, to talk about this, music extravaganza we had in 2019. Only because, sometimes when people don't tell your story, you got to tell your own. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, man, how you brothers doing?
Yeah,
I'm
everything's good,
blessed.
brother. Yes, sir.
I'm good.
No doubt, no doubt. I want to start with you, Melodic, you know what I'm saying? Um, you know, if you can remember, and I'm gonna ask Sadi, I'm gonna ask you the same question, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you could remember, I'm taking everybody back to 2019 when we did the music extravaganza. What was your response or what was your mindset when you was called on for that music extravaganza? Like once you was there and got into the
Mm.
mode and everything, where was your head at?
Nah, it was a great night. I remember when I got the invitation, I was excited, like genuinely excited because, I worked with you for years and a lot of the other artists that I have met within the tribe, so to be called upon and acknowledged for, the contributions to the music side and the entertainment side of things, it was dope.
Yeah. So Sadi, what mindset was you in? Because I know you a performer. Was that your first time coming out to Jersey to perform?
That was my second time in that community performing. That was
Ah,
the second show I did over there.
ah,
I
ah,
was,
ah.
I kind of was not expecting it. You know what I'm saying? So when it came, I was just like, wow, okay, that's good. That was basically my take on it. I was just like, kind of like I wasn't expecting it. It ain't done on me till I got home. And every time I look at it, be like, oh, they get me an award over there. That's why I still got it
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. Now
You
you
know
know
what I'm saying?
that
Still
award
got
joint.
that.
There you go. Yeah, that was 2022. You know what I'm saying? You held up, your award, your trophy. You know what I'm saying? How did you feel when you received that trophy?
It was great. Didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I remember coming there for the first. That was my second time being there. Then, it was an award that no cap that had my name on it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah,
word.
yeah. Because
Mhm.
acknowledging you, brother, it was just an honor because you came out from Boston all the way out to Jersey, um, represented and fit. The fit was just, what I'm saying, like a hand in the glove. You know what I'm saying? Your content,
Yeah,
what I'm saying, the courage. You know what I'm saying, to stand up there and rock out like that. You know what I'm saying? And you came with a different style from everybody else. Like, what I'm saying? Everybody had their own lane. So it was like, damn, it was just like perfect, bro. And still to this day, whenever we mention anything
yeah. I
about,
mean, I mean, it was a very like a receptive crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of the time you
Yeah.
do shows,
yeah,
people might go with the style of the music, whatever, but to be in the crowd when you can see people captivating the message, it's
yeah,
different. So
yeah,
basically, I felt like everybody knew exactly what I was talking about. Like you see people react
absolutely.
to
Hmm.
certain lines that's like complex, and you look
Right.
to the crowd, somebody's like, oh, you'd be like, oh, even the elders over here
Yeah.
just picked it up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
word. So
yeah.
that's
You
it
you
was it
you
was great, man.
you was in a room with a bunch of conscious people, man. So you know what I'm saying? When you dropping that knowledge, brother, we all in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. It's
that's what
good. I
everybody
fit off
loved.
for that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
everybody loved that, man. You know what I'm saying? Melodic, you performed at the 2019 extravaganza. Or did you miss that one?
20. I was there, but I don't believe I performed.
You didn't perform
Is
that.
that
Because I
I
think
didn't
what
perform?
you and I, we took the back seat to let a lot of newcomers come and rock out. So because you had journeyed with me for so long, since 2003, specifically on Free Dr. York movement. Prior to that, we were, always, rocking out and working on your solo projects and You helped me out with a whole lot of material, man. So it's a whole level of creativity and a journey that people don't know about you. You know, your writing is just, I want to use a Mike Tyson word. It's impeccable. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody can beat you type shit. You know what I'm saying? But as a young
Appreciate it.
guy, you were a young guy that had the discipline and hung out in the studio and created some very good content. What was your feeling when you received your award?
Man, that was a proud moment for me. The first thing I did, I told all the people who know what I do, who know the career path I took with music, like, man, this is dope because it's the content being a noir, being Sabian, and to get your shine was dope. And I always called you one of the master of noir, man. So I
Damn.
always had a pleasure working with you, and to be there and to just it was a great night. You know what I mean? I still got my award. It's sit by my nightstand every night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
that that
So
that's dope. That's
uh
dope.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
It meant a lot to me and it still does. Yeah.
Sadi, can you hold up your award? Is it close by? Is it nearby?
Oh yes, for sure, for sure.
There it is. Look at that. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? And this is really what it's all about, man. You know what I'm saying? Just showing appreciation for, what we do, man. Both of you brothers really
Word.
you came through and did your thing, man. Um uh Melodic, you have not performed since what, man, a decade now? Like, it's been a minute, man.
At
You know what I'm
least,
saying?
man.
Now,
At least.
Sadi is like on this, life tour. You know what I'm saying? Up there, man. Them brothers, we got to go to Boston, Melodic, because they up there killing it, man. They
Yo,
doing their
yeah,
thing.
they are. I
Eh,
see it, man. I see them on the social media sites, and I be like, yeah, they holding it down, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie, bro. Yeah.
So can I correct something real quick?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, brother.
You see, like you introduced me as a recording artist. I have
Right,
to be honest. When it
right.
comes to recording, suck at it.
Ah,
I'm not much of a recording artist. Like I be in the booth, like it takes me a while to get my voice because I'm not used to that. I'm a performing artist now.
right,
Performing
right, right,
artist,
right,
yes,
right.
I master the stage. But when it comes to, I done probably like I done a lot of recordings and done like 2 projects.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's like those are like the things like that's not like when I'm doing it, that's work.
Yeah,
But the stage, I love the stage, man. But I'm trying right now. I'm really working on my recording, like ability to be comfortable just recording joints. That's
right.
why I got, as you see, the background is a little, I got patterns everywhere now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
got you see, I got the mic and all that is around me now.
right.
Overnight, I just sit here, turn on the recording, and just start recording stuff and
Just
start
doing your
working
thing.
on and mixing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on that now. I'm start recording, but
Yeah.
for like the 30 years I be doing this, stages. I do magic over there. You know what I'm saying?
30 years.
Yeah, I would say my first time on stage. My first time performing on stage. I started late. A lot of people started when it was in a teenage high school. Nah, I ain't really get on stage till like I was like 22.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It was
Okay.
like
Wow.
it was also more like other people telling me like, "Yo, you can do this," and
Yeah, yeah,
I'd be like, ah, let me try that. And I go over there. I'd be like, you know what? I think I can.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then finally, it wasn't until like really like mid 20s. That's when I'm like, okay, I guess it was basically like the craft kind of chose me. I'm like, oh, this is what you do. You do this. I'd be like, oh yeah, actually, there's nobody out there doing it but me.
Right, right.
I just be like, all right, I guess you got me. I do this. Let's start doing it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
definitely did your thing, man. When you came to Jersey, you represented. I watched a couple of shows that you have done out there in Boston. Always like a sneaky punch that's coming. Like your show is a build. It's like you start off right here, and then when you think, okay, he's at that peak, so it's like a bomb just dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I mean? And that's what I remember. The energy that you brought to Jersey. you carry that wherever you go, from what I see.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to it. Like my influence comes from a lot of like if I had to start naming people that influenced me, probably you would look at me like how. But
Yeah,
yeah, my
yeah, yeah.
influence would be like in the range of dancehall artists. You know,
Mm.
some of them be like my influence on stage. Somebody that I tend to mimic a little more is Eco Mouse. I don't know if you remember Eco Mouse.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Wow,
I just
wow.
like the all like even when it's scat and not saying anything, but it would emphasize.
Right.
Like this is what the joke was. Ecomos actually wrote bam bam beady bam bam beady bam bam beady bang man I'm on point. Like,
Yeah.
and it makes you pay attention to a scat. Like I
Right.
was like, wow, so put emphasis on everything you do. Even your moves.
Right.
When you grab the mic,
Yeah.
when you move it, all that's part of the show. The visual, the audio, even the
Yeah.
steps, the outfits, everything is part of the show. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
you, yeah, yeah,
I
and
just
people
like
can take
doing it.
a good lesson from you with that. Your stage presence is definitely
Mm,
powerful, man. Again, I think that's what people resonate with. Your stage presence. Very very
right.
powerful, man. Um, Melodic. What would you say? Brother Sadi just told us some of his inspirations, man. Where your inspirations come from?
Growing up,
It's
I really didn't have anybody to but like so I remember starting off, I didn't know how to write, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey man, I got this idea. I wanna do this music and I wanna write my own music, but I didn't know where to begin.
Yeah,
And we had some brothers around the way, Black,
yeah,
uh, what I'm saying, he was an inspiration because it's one thing that like freestyle, I was never really, really strong point of mine. But to actually sit down and gather my thoughts and go into what I call Tahuti mode, to be able to sit down and just write, to take the pleasure in writing. So Black helped me out, but as far as people we know in the hip hop world and stuff, I look at all the people who sound intelligent when they wanted to anyway, like Nas and
yeah.
you know, people like Jay-Z, of course, I'm saying Prodigy from Mobb Deep, these are some of my inspirations. Uh, I said, hey, because I'm never been a thug or street guy, but I can tell an intelligent writer when I hear one. And then
Yeah.
when I got around you, oddly enough, no joke, your writing process took me to another lane. You know how you would go deep in
Ah,
thought. I never seen you with a notebook a day in my life, and I was like, "How's he doing this stuff, man?" You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
to put all that into one, and then feel comfortable enough to create my own lane. Yeah,
One of the reasons why I got into Nas was because of you. You know what I mean? You would listen to Nas every time you was around. I'm like, and I used to get pissed off because when you're trying to create and I'm trying to produce for you, and you listening to this other artist, and I'm saying, damn, man, yo, turn that shit off and be you. You know what I'm saying? But then when I started listening, like after a lot of the demos and stuff was recorded, and we start shopping your material back in the day, and I start really, really listening to your content, and I'm like, God damn, this guy could fucking write, and you write like Nas, like what I'm saying. You could tell that you studied him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Sadi, when you said what you said, I was like, yeah, you definitely, you know what I'm saying? I can see the influence, you know what I'm saying? And that's real dope,
Man,
man.
and it goes further though. Like
Yeah,
that's like Eco Mouse, the dancer artist. Then just think of Slick Rick.
right.
Because the big movement in
Right.
London, there used to be like a smiley culture. That was like, if I look at Slick Rick, the way they carry themselves, the outfits and everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Slick Rick is one person I look at stage, performing like appearance. Then you got the person that really got me want to become hip hop was from Jersey as well.
Mm.
Wise Intelligent for Poor Righteous Teacher.
Okay, yeah.
Me moving from Africa to the States. So I'm watching this hip hop thing. So I heard Wise Intelligent mention himself as he actually recognized himself as an African, and I'm African.
Right.
So when it said that, I was just like, you know what? I like this movement right here. I'll rock with it.
Yeah.
And I would listen to Paul Rice's teacher, and Redman is actually the artist that made me want to pick up the mic.
Redman. Okay.
So that's all Jersey too,
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah. Newark too.
Yeah.
Newark,
And
New Jersey.
the
Yeah.
Artifacts is a group. Like I got
Yeah.
a lot of my cadence listen to the Artifacts.
Yeah.
Tame One was the man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I started doing more intricate wordsmithing, that was Pharoah Munch. That's one person I really learned how to do the intricate like how to put the words together, like
Right.
the three syllables and how to structure it, make it fit. You know what I mean? And that was Pharoah Munch. Then after a while, I got years when it was all about Sean Price. It was years when it was about Jada Kiss. Years Nas became my favorite artist when I heard the Lost Tapes.
Yeah.
Because that Illmatic was dope.
Okay.
It was written all that dope. But once I heard the mixed like the Lost Tapes, I was like, you know what? I'm sold. Nas became till today. Nas can do no wrong.
Right.
If he put out something I like, I'd be like, give him next year. He come up with
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely
Yeah,
because you
can't
already
do
know.
no wrong.
Yeah, you already know that he gonna bring some fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he gonna do something
Yeah.
different each time. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
again, that's real interesting to know that both of you brothers are inspired by Nas. You know, amongst the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Sadi, you carry, like I said, you carry that energy, man, and it's good that both of you brothers, you know, your stage presence and your material is actually something that's not too far fetched from your everyday life. Like your
Yeah.
characters, like you both of you are in character right now, and we're not even on stage. It's like, you know, both of you, you know, have created a lane where you could be yourselves, and I think that's super dope. You know what I'm saying? To be
That's
able to
culture.
do that. Yeah.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
Yes, sir.
culture. Like
Yeah.
we live this. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, I'm not like I said, I'm not a recording artist. Like I fall into not being like people look at people. A lot of people are professionals. I'd be like, I'm not. It's not really a profession for me, man. This is a lifestyle. I live this.
That's right.
I speak as if I was writing the script.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why my first project is called Living Rap Video. Because one of my homeboys used to get at me, be like, damn, son, you are moving like it's like, you act like you like a rapper like 24/7. Like, you think life is a living rap video? You know me, I'm like, you just said living rap video? I like that.
Mm.
That was the name of the next project.
Look
If
at
I
that.
tell him, be like, you know, I got that from you. He's like, what you talking about? Like,
Yeah,
you don't remember saying.
he talking and you studying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, living rap video. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I live this.
Yeah.
I was telling my boy yesterday, I probably missed out on a couple of jobs because I went in there as a hip hop.
Yeah.
They're
feel
they
you.
looking at me like, I think it was nice talking to you, and we still have more
Yeah.
candidates. If we find an opportunity, we'll give you a call.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh yeah, maybe I should have, toned down.
Right.
But like,
Right. But see, that's
well, you got impressed.
that just go to show that soul and where spirit and soul, connects. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna just go in here and be me, because once I get employed by these people, this who I'm gonna be any damn way. So I might as well just show them who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas though a lot of
Yes,
people
sir.
be like, yo, let me go ahead and front and then get the job and then flip it, and then the job be like,
Flip it. Like,
we're gonna let
with
you
me,
go.
more like what you see is what you get, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you rocking
Yep.
with. Get with it.
So Melodic, you got anything that you working on, man? Any new material that's coming out soon or what, man? Like what's going on?
you mentioned earlier that I did take a little hiatus off, man. It's been pushing a decade, but I had a lot of family things I've been getting to, just adjusting to life. But the pen and pad ain't never go nowhere. So I'm in the process of gathering up my artist energy to get back into it. So I'm always writing. I'm in the process of getting back into the studio soon, and we got something coming possibly early next year. You know what I'm saying? I just been getting my voice back for writing, and it's coming along.
Yeah, yeah. So we got something to look forward to, man. I hope you gotta think about your little ones, man. You know what I'm saying? They need to know that you did this thing, you're doing this thing. You don't want them to grow up and be in that art and thinking that they're the beginning of it. They got to know that you passed the torch. I get this
Right.
from my dad. You know what I'm saying? So
You know,
Sadi,
it's funny
man,
you say that.
yeah,
Not to cut you
yeah,
off, but
yeah,
my son
yeah.
played one of my songs every day. So,
Wow.
he'll be 19 next year, but I mean next month, and he played my songs every day, and I thought, he's just doing this to be on my, good side and stuff.
It's a
He actually
beautiful
liked the
thing, man.
music. Yeah,
It's a
he
beautiful
plays it
thing.
every day. Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
in the kitchen cooking, doing whatever, and I hear him in the background. I'm like, oh, he really liked this song. Okay.
yeah,
And my
yeah,
daughter, she heard me. She younger, but I try to introduce it to him because, like you said, I don't want them. That's a part of their background too. If they so choose to get into that world and not, and like, hey, where this come from? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I got your dad wasn't, he wasn't playing around back in the day. Trying to get back into that.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, you gotta we gotta just take this thing and really, like I said, we gotta tell our own story sometimes, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's really what this is about, man, telling our own story, man. Sadi, I know you got some shows coming up, man. Somebody told me you performing well let's let you tell it because I don't want to misquote the dates, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Shit, you probably do a better job saying the dates because I'll mess it up
Yo,
myself.
yo, yo. But you got
I
something coming
know.
up in November, this month, right? This month.
Yeah, it's this month actually. This I know next start like even today I got this hangout. They want me to do a piece over there just in the
Yeah.
hangout. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Homegirl's she wrote down some poetry and she want me to write some, so I wrote a 16 for that. So
Ah,
I
Okay.
know on the 15th, me and African man born and a lot of brothers from the Beyonders family.
yeah.
We gonna be doing like the living room concert.
Dope,
That's on the
dope.
15th.
Yeah.
And then on the 16th, have us featured in Cambridge, Massachusetts at the Leisure Lounge.
Mm.
There's a
Okay.
poetry jam. They have like a poetry slam at first. Now there's
Right.
an open mic first, then a poetry slam. Then I'm the feature. So I'll be
Nice.
performing with a live band.
Nice. When is this?
Yeah. So that's Sunday the 16th, November 16th.
Dope,
Okay. That's
dope,
right
dope.
around
And
the
I got
corner.
flyers. I'll be posting flyers.
Yeah.
So, people come through, it's gonna be nice. And
And
What's up, bro?
after
you
that,
you stay ready, so you know what I'm saying?
oh
You
yeah,
stay ready. You know what I mean?
I live this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my man we talk. My man just said, it's like you especially we got kids like my nephew. One day they asking people who's your favorite rapper. My nephew 14 now, but back then he was 10. He's like Uncle Sadi,
There
and
you
I
go.
looked. He wasn't
There
playing.
you go. Yeah. Yeah.
And guess what? I'm playing like I was rocking on stage one. I'm looking at it. He's repeating all the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
I was
That's dope.
like, but
That's
Yep.
dope.
guess what? He
Yep.
listens to everything I listen to and more.
Yeah, man.
He got actually I started paying even more attention to cats like MF Doom because of him.
Right.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
listens
dope.
to that like you know, how MF Doom is more like a character's like a comic book, like unpredictable. It will get action figure here, then boom, it's like watching the anime, like listen to the anime on rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's really like it be decoding all those things. So I start paying attention to like, oh shit, all right, but yeah. So this is something we do, and it's more than, like I said. I always say artistry before industry. This is culture. So
Yeah.
they used to
So
ask me, like, we used to have this cipher every Sunday. They'll ask me, "Are you coming?" And my response used to be like, "Is the pastor going to church today? If he is, then I'm coming to the cipher."
No doubt. No
Cause
doubt.
that's what I do.
No
I
doubt.
work. I work 5 days a week. On the weekends, I rest one day. The other day, I go hit the stage. You know what I mean? Where everybody go to the club and get a drink, I go on stage and rock out.
Yeah.
I
And
go.
it
Cats
shows.
go to church on Sunday. I
It
go on
definitely
stage.
shows. It definitely shows. You, like I said, you stay ready, and every time I see, some footage of you performing, bro, it takes me back to when you came out to Jersey. I know your journey didn't start in Jersey, but that's where I first saw
Yeah.
you perform live at. Um, did you brothers go to this dinner we had for that when we did the extravaganza? We had like a breakfast or something like that. Were you brothers there at that breakfast? I know AMB was, Osa was there. Sadi, was you with
I
us or
think
you?
it was just you. A and B was there with Osa. I didn't go.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
I didn't
So,
go to the breakfast, but I know. I know. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
they was going. I didn't go, but yeah, A and B and then went on to some breakfast.
yeah, I
Yeah,
missed
yeah,
that.
y'all missed that breakfast, man. You should have came to that
Yeah,
joint, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was a very powerful thing, man, because the table we actually sat at, it was actually a round table. So, you know what I'm saying? Like this big, giant round table, and we just, rocked out and got a chance to, just talk about some things and align with our purpose. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you, brothers, man, before we get out of here, any last words from both of you brothers to to maybe I'm not gonna say fans, but to your communities, to anybody out there that's watching this podcast, you know what I'm saying, that may be following you or maybe never even heard of you and your content, you know what I'm saying, in your journey. Any words from you to them?
yeah. If you got a passion for this music, man, you know what I'm saying. Especially if you're in the conscious community, we need more of that out there. You know what I mean. So, uh, never stop putting out good content. Um, we should support each other as much as possible. And you got to keep the energy alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of working myself back out there so I can get some more good energy music out there. You know what I mean? So that's the goal. And stay woke and free Dr. York.
Brother Melodic, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Sadi, what you got for me, bro?
So this is what I would like to emphasize. You just gotta remember this thing. I always gonna say artistry before industry. The reason why I'm saying this is like we gotta know the purpose of what we got going on. Hip hop. Hip hop is, it started off as an art form, then it became a movement and finally a culture. So we live this. That means everything you do in life applies to your culture. And hip hop is a culture. It's an artistic culture. So you take
Hmm.
this art and put it on things that are very important in life. But it's not like it's just not entertainment. It's a lot more than just that. You know what I mean? So one thing we gotta understand, we teach through this. We live through this. Like, even our lifestyle, we correct a lot of things of our way of living based on the way we conduct ourselves doing this art form. You know what I mean? Hip hop is the reason why I eat a certain way. It's the reason why I get my push up on my pull ups, get my run on the treadmill, get my workout on, because of hip hop. Hip hop is what that gets me fly all the time. I speak a certain way because of hip hop. I treat
Mhm.
people a certain way. I got good relationships with people because of hip hop. So it's like we really live this. So if you know what I mean, if the record sell route it's not there, don't get discouraged because that's your job. Get your money. But
Right.
when you're not getting money, you gotta live this. You know what I mean? I probably get a job being some pop artist over there. You know what I mean? That's a job. But when it come back to hip hop, this is culture. You do the real thing.
Right.
So you can I work as a technician. I work on cars. That's my day job. I don't have a hip hop job. You know what I mean? But guess what? When I'm out there working or whatever I'm doing, I'm carrying myself as a hip hop dude. I'm hip hop in the shop, the way I handle my wrenches. You know, when I'm driving to my customers, what's playing in my van is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When I hop out of there, my swag is hip hop. How can I help you? You know what I mean? My uniform, I rock it. Hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a lifestyle and it's beautiful. You know?
Yeah.
So if you're hip hop, embrace that. Love it. Knowledge yourself always. Find your highest self, man. Peace.
Pretty deep, brother. Pretty deep. I appreciate both of you brothers, man. I did want to read this right quick, and both of you brothers touched on some key points, man. I want to read this in regards to the first annual Sabian Awards that we had did in 2022. We really, if I have an opinion, I would say that we really, need to do it again and acknowledge more people. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge there's a whole lot of people, not just artists, but there's a whole lot of people out there that can use this level of acknowledgement, these level of encouragement. Many of us are parents, many of us are aunts and uncles, and, many of us have lost, mothers and fathers and siblings and family members, we have obstacles. So, why not create another app for us to, tap in and connect with somebody and say, hey, we see you, we appreciate you, we acknowledge you, you know what I'm saying? And so these words come from our master, our spiritual guide and master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York. And he was talking about, just being concerned and caring, you know what I'm saying, about people, you know what I'm saying, care about each other. And this is just an excerpt of that. He says, love can be lust too. You know what I'm saying? So when you're saying you love somebody, love can be lust too. Learn to care. Learn to care because simple concern. When you see someone in distress, help them out. Don't push people aside. Pick them up. Be that person's peace. Enough people have to want it. Don't desire it, but want it. We have to have so much love amongst us that it dominates hate. We have to have so much love amongst us that it dominates hate. The godly nature must rule the animal nature. The principles of love must rule the principles of hate and dislike. And that was the inspiration for the Sabian Awards. And for anyone that, and so I'm just trying to connect with everybody that participated and say thank you, but at the same time, make sure that, a connection is made so that beyond a shadow of a doubt that we were highly inspired to do that event and to acknowledge you. So it's not just like, some lower level thing that somebody gonna step over. Each and every day that, you go through, you might, the award might get dust on it, but the love will never, it'll always shine, man. So always, when you are having obstacles and challenges, go back to that. Go back to when you was, given appreciation. You know what I'm saying? So we hope that, these things are there as an implement for you to utilize in your day-to-day lives, man. Well, I appreciate both of you brothers, man. Melodic, big brother Sadi, man.
Always.
Dope interview. I appreciate you brothers, man. We're gonna be looking forward to your shows that you got going on this month, Sadi, and more to come. And Melodic, you said here on this podcast there was something coming early next year. So we hope to hear from that and you real soon, man. For now, we're going to say out. Fact Power FM. Peace.
Peace.
This podcast is part of the Intellect 9 movement for the freedom of Dr. Malachi Z. York. We thank all participants and each of you for tuning in. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to Fact Power FM for updates, news, and the latest content. Before you go, please comment, like, and share. Peace and may the facts be with you.